instructor here at RecSports, and today I'm going to take you through a core workout. We're going to have 3 circuits of 3 exercises each. Make sure you have some water and a positive attitude. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with that warm-up. Go ahead, take those legs hip-width distance apart, and we're going to start with some neck rolls in one direction. And whenever you're ready, switch directions. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and start with some shoulder rolls to the back. And now to the front. I'm going to crunch them up towards your ears and down. Next, we're going to take that stance a little bit wider. Bring our arms out into a star, and we're going to touch right hand to left ankle, trying to keep our lower extremities stable as we go through some windmill motions, warming up that core. Running through about 5 more of these on each side. Remember not to lock your knees and breathe through each exercise. Awesome. Now we're going to bring those hips a little bit closer and step it back into a lunge. And we're going to twist through that spine and just run through a few reverse lunges with that abdominal twist. Continuing to warm up our core here. Doing about 3 more on each side. You should be able to see your toes as you sink down in the lunge. And last one. Finally, we're going to take it to some Frankensteins. The goal here is to use those lower abs to lift that leg up to your hand. It's not about how high you get that kick. So whenever you're ready, we're reaching opposite hand to opposite toe. Doing about 2 more on each side. All right, and that's all we have for the warm-up. Go ahead, grab some water, and we're gonna get ready to run through those exercises. All right, starting with that first exercise, let's go ahead, get into position. 45 seconds of mountain climbers, starting in 3, 2, and 1. First exercise are those mountain climbers. Remember, we wanna keep those wrists underneath those shoulders, core engaged, glutes low, bringing knee all the way into our chest, going as fast or slow as we need to take them. Remembering never to hold our breath. Keep breathing. You guys look great. Remember, keep those hips down, going as fast or as slow as you need to. We're already halfway there. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna take a 15-second rest and get into that next exercise, those burpees. Go ahead, grab some water, find yourself back on your feet. Take a little breather. We're gonna get started with those burpees again here in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, for these burpees, remember to keep the energy up. That makes it so much more fun. We're gonna jump all the way up high. And then remember our options here. We're gonna want to maybe walk it out if we're feeling a little tired. The key is just to keep it moving, keep that heart rate up. Remember, if you're walking it out into that plank position, to keep those hips nice and low and those wrists underneath those shoulders. You guys got this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work, guys. We're gonna take another 15-second rest for that last exercise in this circuit, those inchworm walkouts. Whenever you're ready, find yourself on your feet in position. We're gonna get started here in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, we're gonna remember to crawl all the way out to a full plank position here. Keep those wrists underneath those shoulders again, breathing through, never ever holding our breath through any exercise. Once we get into that plank position, we're gonna climb all the way back up. Remember, it's an inchworm, taking it as slow as you need to. And when we get to the top, we're gonna pose like a pretty gymnast or ballerina and then start the next round again, making sure to complete each component of the exercise before starting the next. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. That's it for that circuit. We're gonna go ahead and take another 15-second rest, and then we'll get started with the next round. Feel free to rewind and complete it one more time through for an additional challenge. Okay, we're gonna get started with that second circuit, starting with that Pilates crunch, those penguins, and scissor kicks. Let's do it. So for those Pilates crunches, we're gonna be down in a tabletop position, extending opposite arm and leg out and crunching in. I'll cue you halfway through the circuit to switch arms and legs. And that's that for the Pilates crunch. Second exercise, we got those penguins. We're gonna turn it around onto our back, knees near our glutes, and we're gonna reach down towards those ankles. Maybe bringing one elbow up or both. And lastly, we've got those scissor kicks. Now we're gonna extend all the way out, bring hands underneath our glutes, raise those legs, and make a crossing motion with those feet. Having the option here to take it across or as wide as we need to. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna flip around into that tabletop position, starting with those Pilates crunches. Getting ready in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, when we're in that tabletop position, remember we want to have proper body alignment, try and keep that spine as neutral as possible, and then we're going to extend opposite arm, opposite foot all the way forward and bring them in, remembering to engage our core as we crunch in and beginning each exercise fully extending out again. Remember halfway through the circuit to switch sides and do that same thing. Remember to smile, breathe easy, and thank yourself for all the work you're doing as you go through. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, we're gonna take our 15 seconds of rest and then get started with those penguin crunches. All right, guys, we're gonna find ourselves in a supine position on our back, getting ready to start with those penguin crunches here in 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, now we have those penguins. Get ready to waddle away. We're gonna reach all the way for those heels, remembering to work on those upper abdominals here, engage that core. If we're feeling a little strain on our neck, feeling free to place our hands underneath the nape of our neck and crunching side to side. The more you reach for your heels, the more challenging it's gonna be, and you're really gonna feel your body working. All right, guys, we're gonna take our 15 seconds of rest before we get started with those scissor kicks. We're gonna go ahead, get those legs out nice and long, maybe place those hands underneath our glutes. Getting started here in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, with those scissor kicks, we're really gonna feel this in those lower abdominal muscles. We're gonna try to keep them as narrow as possible, or if we need to, taking those kicks nice and wide. Whatever your body needs today, making sure to listen to how you're feeling. Try trying to keep those toes nice and pointed, having the option here to cross over our legs, switching back and forth, just remembering to keep moving, keep challenging yourself. You can do it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that rest before we get into that next circuit. All right, that's it for the second circuit. Feel free to rewind and run through that one more time. All right, guys, for our last and final circuit, we're gonna have a plank, some glute bridges, and some Supermans. Go ahead, grab some water while I demo through these exercises. So first up, we've got a classic plank on our forearms. Remember to keep those hips low and to breathe through. Having options here to come up on our hands, whatever feels comfortable for you today. Next up, we've got those glute bridges. We're gonna turn around to be on our bottom. And then we're gonna slowly lift up those hips and bring them down. Trying to get our spine in line and breathing through. And then lastly, we've got the Superman, so we're gonna turn it over onto our stomach, laying flat on our belly, having the option here to only lift up our spine and our shoulders, or lift up our legs for a full Superman. All right. Whenever you guys are ready, getting into that plank position, running through this last circuit. All right, guys, we're getting into that plank position. Getting started in 3, 2, and 1. For the planks, we want to imagine we have a pole starting from the top of our head, extending through the bottom of our feet, keeping a nice neutral spine, glutes down, core engaged, breathing through. If we're shaking, that's okay. That means you're doing the work. Just remember to breathe through, never hold that breath. We have the option here to rotate through from our forearms up to our hands. Remember, if we're pushing up into a full plank onto our hands, to keep those wrists underneath those shoulders, protecting all of our joints. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, take a rest, grab some water before we get into those glute bridges. All right, guys, after we've taken our 15 seconds, we're gonna find ourselves on our back again, getting ready for those glute bridges. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, for these glute bridges, we want to make sure we're lifting our glutes up, trying to get our spine in neutral alignment, maybe squeezing the glutes on the way up, and then lowering all the way back down, making sure we fully complete the exercise before beginning that next round. Remember to breathe, and you guys got this. Keep it up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. We're gonna catch our breath again here and then get started with those Supermans. Remember, we'll be starting on our stomach. All right, guys, getting started on our stomachs here. We're gonna get into that Superman exercise in 4, 3, 2, and 1. For this exercise, we have two options here. We have the option to lift our arms in a cactus position and lift our legs along with, or just lifting that upper body, really working those upper abdominal muscles here. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Awesome job, guys. We made it. Third and final circuit complete. Feel free to run through and get that in one more time, and we're done. All right, guys, we're gonna get into that cool down now. Flipping it over onto our back, stretching all the way out to all 4 corners of the room, and then bringing it in, giving ourselves a hug, thanking our body for all it did today in this workout. And when you're ready, extending one leg out, bring the right leg in, and crossing over. We're gonna run through some supine twists. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, give yourself another little hug. Switching legs, crossing left leg across that body, reaching out. Remember, the goal here is to keep those shoulders planted into the ground, twisting through the lower body. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming center one last time. Beginning to rock, roll out that lower back. And whenever you're ready, rocking forward to gain enough momentum to find a tabletop position. We're gonna run through some cat-cows. Looking up for cow, and then rolling in through those shoulders for cat. Running a few at your own pace. For 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, crawling out onto your stomach. We're gonna push up for baby cobra. Breathing deeply here. And then lower, up for a full cobra, remembering to keep those shoulders down and back, nice and proud. Breathing deeply. We're gonna cross over to the left, push up, feeling the stretch in our side oblique, which we worked through, those penguins or heel chasers. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring it back to center. We're gonna crawl over to that right side. Now stretching out that left oblique, maybe looking back at your toes. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. Whenever you're ready, pushing it up into a down dog. Maybe walking out your dog. Breathing deeply. And whenever you're ready, walking hands to those feet, keeping it here. Hanging nice and easy. Maybe rocking side to side. And then we're gonna slowly roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Head last to rise. And that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you had a great workout.